Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 6th to June 12th, 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take whatever resonates and leave behind whatever does not. To dive deeper into your week, check out your readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. In this first column, we examine a puzzle you've been trying to solve. In this middle column, we find key pieces of that puzzle, and in this third column, we get advice on how the pieces fit together. So, we have here examining a puzzle piece, the crow, dashed hopes, and mourning. You have Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. A lot of queens there. In looking at a key piece of the puzzle, you have new beginnings. The Fool, King of Pentacles, and Death, Rebirth. In the advice column, single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited to you. You have Four of Wands, Seven of Swords, and Judgment. Okay, so here, this puzzle of the crow of dashed hopes and mourning. It's crows are a sign of omens, some type of kind of message of loss. And here with different queens, it could be some type of situation where there is conflict amongst either yourself or your friends. It seems that with the Queen of Wands, there's that energy of really, marching to the beat of their own drum. With the Queen of Cups, really getting deep into the emotions, and Queen of Swords wanting to really stay level-headed and kind of rising above any type of drama or being overly persuaded by emotions or feelings. So with the new beginnings, a key piece of the puzzle, it seems here that with the Fool, there is a new beginning, as well as this Death Rebirth card. This King of Pentacles might be kind of part of the reason for the need of the new beginnings. Perhaps there is a situation or was a situation with a group of friends possibly eyeing a certain prize of somebody. It could be that with this King of Pentacles, it seemed like possibly a new beginning for whoever was able to kind of attain that King of Pentacles. And with this concept of single-mindedness, to choose your own path, it's interesting you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is typically liar, stealer, cheater, but here it does seem like this is choosing your own way of going about things. Four of Wands is a celebration of reaching an important milestone in your life that provides a sense of stability, but also a sense of freedom. And with the Judgment card, it seems as if there is, some honest reflection that needs to be done, and releasing something that doesn't doesn't serve you anymore. And it could be opinions of other people. So it could, we'll go ahead and clarify, but it could be also that these people are trying to help you through something. And that they all have different ways of you to deal with a situation. So let's take a look at the Queen of Wands over here. You have the King of Swords. So it seems like this involves a lot of people. A lot of people that are trying to be mature and possibly trying to help you move forward. So with the King of Swords, this is a sense of someone who is authority and communication, but possibly a bit stubborn. This could have to do with like parent figures. So let's take a look at the Queen of Cups. You have Queen of Wands. So with this here, there seems to be like a lot of people involved in this. The Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, the commonality of all these different queens is the element of water and emotion and intuition. But it does kind of seem like there's a bunch of people giving you, what's the word? Advice. A lot of different advice going on. So let's see what's going on with the Queen of Swords. You have the Page of Swords. So here, it could be with this Page of Swords, this is more of a, it's almost helping you to look at the situation for yourself. But whatever the message that is kind of was brought in by this crow, it seems that the concept here was very reasoned, very like calm approach in at least providing you the information. But there is a sense of trying to tap into these different energies here to help you through something. So with this key piece of the puzzle, this new beginning, I think it's interesting that you have the King of Pentacles, because there are no pentacles at all over here. There's wands, there's swords, there's a cup. There's even the cup being depicted in this Queen of Swords that's kind of stashed away here behind these little bars. So the King of Pentacles, somehow this King of Pentacles is the key piece. And it has to do with a sense of boundaries even. This could be someone that you, like a mentor, a parent figure. This also could be, it was a situation, if there is a situation where there's like kind of a group of friends kind of, upset or bickering over something, and it's this King of Pentacles, then this kind of seems to say like, just start anew. But it's starting to look more that it is some advice that you're being given, possibly, career path, maybe where to move, or you know, education, higher degree. So let's take a look at this King of Pentacles here. You have the Queen of Pentacles. So if these are kind of parent figures, Queen and King of Pentacles, here it seems like there's an actual like a fit. It's almost making me think that there's a little bit of mismatch over here. Like the Queen of Wands is definitely follows their passion and they're confident. King of Swords is a little bit, you know, dry compared to the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, they both have a sense of intuition and follow their passion, what, you know, their emotions versus their emotions to connect with others, and their emotions that really drive them individually. The difference is where the Queen of Cups is maybe more receptive and more nurturing. With the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords, it's as if the Queen of Swords really wouldn't have time for the Page of Swords. Like that's kind of considered a mature sense of confidence and an immature sense of like, you know, knowing it all, but not really. And here with the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, this is like a more matched energy. So it could be that perhaps you had some type of, you know, situation where maybe this was different versions of you and different people that you know you dated and how you were in those relationships. And here it's this could be a new beginning in terms of a relationship and kind of finding your match. But it also is a sense of perhaps kind of following a pattern of what's been done before that worked well, that you saw worked well. So let's see what's going on with the Fool, which is definitely a card of new beginnings. You have the Ten of Swords, and that is kind of hitting rock bottom and possibly trusting the wrong person. With this new beginnings, it is an encouragement to really look at the new dawn that the day brings and opening your heart and opening your mind and your imagination to something something that allows you to feel. Like the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, these are there's the energy of being connected to the earth, being connected to your own senses, actually putting in the work, you know, putting together like in the material world something that perhaps you imagine. So definitely being more you know, using schedules and planners and writing things out type of thing, being really more connected to things in a sensory sort of way, like seeing, smelling, tasting, feeling, hearing, but also being able to more manifest what you want into reality by using those senses. And also a bit of practicality. Well, let's see what's going on with this Death card. you have the King of Wands. So here with this Death, it's like a release and letting things go, transformation. So to some degree, you've got two Queen of Wands over here. So to some degree, it could be the new beginning being a release of perhaps a pursuit of this type of energy, or this pursuit of this type of energy in terms of a significant other, and even in terms of yourself, since your element is fire. And with these different kings here, it's kind of minor arcana emperor vibes. So for some of you, it is a sense of kind of how you, the key piece of the puzzle is how you look at opportunities, what you should kind of embrace is something new, let go of what isn't serving you, and possibly get a sense of this really connected, almost, say, well-matched pairing where it has to do more with what's going on in the like material world in terms of what each has to offer the other. So in this advice on how these pieces fit together, this Judgment card is very key in the sense of this is also a card of rebirth. This is a card of recognizing, decisions made in the past, actions, agreements, non-agreements, and see how you contributed to whatever situation that came about, or at least, if there is a sense of loss or sadness, like how is it that, there was an opportunity you didn't take that you wish you would have taken, or something along those lines, and just accepting things for the way they are and the way that they turned out, and your agency in that. Not to say to take on blame, but to acknowledge certain points that you feel are, contributed to a certain result, feeling of a situation, and just letting those go. Acknowledge it and just, you can't change the past, and accept it and let it go, and not kind of take any baggage with you. With the Seven of Swords, it does indicate, this sense of single-mindedness, like choosing your own path, what's best for you, what's best for your, for your best and highest good. It also can indicate a sense of, with this Judgment, where did that lead you kind of before? And with this Four of Wands, it seems that perhaps you were influenced by others around you, wanting that sense of approval or celebration of what you've accomplished, kind of wanting that. And here with this single-mindedness, choose your own path, it is really kind of tapping back into these King and Queen of Pentacles, of following your senses, what it is that you can bring to the material world, and also, how it is that you can feel connected to yourself and connected to, others around you. So let's take a look at this Judgment card over here. You have King of Pentacles. So it's it does seem to be that this King of Pentacles is key. And with your reflection of things, to some degree, it could be that you really before didn't appreciate what the King of Pentacles might have offered in terms of advice or ways of living. But with this Judgment card, it's almost as if, reflecting on that and seeing things in a new way with respect to that King of Pentacles and their ways of living life. So let's look at the Seven of Swords. You have the Two of Pentacles, and this is kind of like balancing responsibilities, priorities, fun, life, and it's almost as if it's saying, how you go about dealing with a situation, whether it's a good situation or bad situation, recognizing that there's always going to be opinions, there's always going to be ways of doing things, and perhaps finding your own way of doing things is the best route. Let's see what you have for the Four of Wands. You have the Eight of Wands. And with the Eight of Wands, it is a sense of kind of, fast-moving messages, things that are happening quickly, and the intention is that these wands are parallel. They're kind of progressing forward in a very steady manner. But in terms of where they actually land and where they actually hit, there's a lot of different factors that are involved in that. So it seems that when things are good and things are in sync, then you'll be able to really deal more with making your own way, or maybe it's easier for you to handle things on your own. But when things are not easy breezy and fun, when there is conflict, when there are dashed hopes, things that didn't work out the way you were wanting, it's as if you're not allowing yourself time to process these things. It might be that you are to some degree possibly trying to get other people's view of a certain situation and their experiences. So it does seem that this is a call for you to really recognize the key people that influence you, and in a sense, how they influence you, it should be something that you recognize from reflection, not like, oh, that sounds good. You said something that sounds good to me, and so I'll go with that. But a true connection with a way of living and a way of being that you want to embrace, and also to kind of know what you want to let go of. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of the week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.